Have you ever noticed how some people turn every tiny achievement into a show? They post online, they shout about their wins, they brag, as if staying silent would somehow erase what they did. But there's another kind of success, one that doesn't need all that noise to be real. This is the story of a man who chose that quieter road and how it changed everything for him. Raj was not the kind of man people noticed when he walked into a room. He wore simple clothes, carried a cheap old phone, and never spoke louder than he needed to. While others arrived late with excuses, Raj came early and quietly began his work. He was a junior technician in a large electronics company, fixing problems that nobody ever thanked him for. Most days, people only spoke to him when something broke. In the same department worked Arman, who was the complete opposite of Raj in every visible way. Arman absolutely loved attention. He dressed sharply, laughed loudly, and made sure the whole office knew whenever he stayed just 5 minutes late. If he helped with a small task, he would repeat the story 3 times, adding a little extra drama each time. His social media was full of big words: grind, hustle, success, winner. Arman wanted to look successful. Raj just wanted to be useful. Every evening, when most people rushed out the door, Raj stayed a little longer. He didn't stay to impress anyone. He stayed to understand his work better. He read manuals nobody else opened, experimented with tools nobody cared about, and took online courses in the quiet hours of the night. He never told his manager about this extra effort, never posted about it, never bragged. In those silent evenings, he was growing strong roots that nobody could see. One month, the company won a huge contract with an international client. It was the biggest project the department had seen in years. And management was nervous. They needed someone to lead the technical side, someone who would represent the company well in front of the client. Naturally, everyone expected Arman to be chosen. He was visible, confident, and always ready with a loud promise. When the department head called for a meeting, Arman sat right in the front row, already smiling like a winner. But the manager surprised everyone. He cleared his throat and said, "For this project, I want someone who understands our systems deeply, someone who works carefully, even when no one is watching." Then he looked past the front row to the quiet desk near the window. "Raj," he said, "I want you to lead the technical team." The room went completely still. Arman's smile fell for a second. Then he quickly put it back on as he clapped loudly, trying to look supportive. Raj felt his heart race, but his face remained calm. He hadn't expected this. He had never chased it. He simply nodded and said, "I will do my best." In the weeks that followed, the real difference between noise and substance became crystal clear. Raj met with the client, listened more than he spoke, and asked clear, insightful questions. Back at the office, he worked with the team late into the night, fixing issues before they could even become disasters. He didn't send long emails announcing his sacrifices. He just quietly solved the problems. Arman, however, couldn't accept being in the background. He felt that his image was shrinking, and with it, his sense of importance. He began telling others that Raj was just lucky, that the manager wanted a new face, that experience didn't matter anymore. He spoke as if the position should have been his by right. Yet when small tasks were given to him on the project, he rushed through them, more focused on talking about the work than actually doing it well. Halfway through the contract, a serious technical failure hit one of the systems at the client site. Panic spread quickly. If they couldn't fix it fast, the client would lose a lot of money, and the company would lose their trust. The senior manager called an emergency meeting and asked, "Who understands this part of the system best?" All eyes in the room turned to Raj. He had been the one quietly testing backup options weeks earlier, just in case something like this ever went wrong. Without giving a big speech, he rolled up his sleeves, gathered a small team, and went straight to work. For 12 hours straight, they checked lines of code, replaced components, and adjusted settings. While others complained about the late hour, Raj stayed completely focused. Finally, just before dawn, the system stabilized. The client's director, exhausted but incredibly relieved, shook Raj's hand and said, "You saved us tonight." Back at headquarters, word of what had happened spread like wildfire. But this time, the story wasn't about a man who talked a big game. It was about a man who delivered results. A week later, Raj was called into the director's office. He walked in simply, as he always did, with no expectations. The director looked at him and said, "We are promoting you to lead engineer for all major projects." She continued, "You will have more responsibility, more pay, and more people looking to you when things get hard." Then she added, "We didn't choose you because you make the most noise. We chose you because when everything is falling apart, you are the one holding things together." Raj felt a quiet joy rise inside him. He had never asked for attention, but now real respect had found him. Outside the office, Arman watched as Raj walked past with a calm smile. For the first time, he understood that shining on the surface is not the same as being strong at the core. People can be impressed for a day, but they trust for a lifetime only those who prove themselves when no one is watching. So, don't waste your life trying to look important. Use your energy to become important. Let your work speak louder than your words, and one day, without you ever having to shout, you will be heard. Quiet growth may take time, but it builds a success that doesn't just vanish when the applause stops. Don't show off. Grow strong in silence, and let your results do the talking. Real success shines the longest when it rises quietly. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, give us a like and subscribe for more content.